Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. Today is Friday, June 26, 2026, 2626. And today's puzzle is by Spencer Leach. The buzz online is that it's a pretty tricky puzzle, kind of peak Friday. Fridays are known for themeless grids and lots of wordplay and misdirection and punniness and trickery. This one purported to contain, perhaps more than usual, maybe more of a Saturday difficulty level, but we'll see. Yeah, I think that's all I gotta say to that. Oh, I think Spencer's done maybe like 7 or 8 puzzles, something like that, for the New York Times. Most of them themeless. So let's dive right in and see what Spencer's got for us for Friday, June 26th. Hectic time for JFK. Maybe we want the airport. Do we want Christmas? How does that work down here? Yep, group of mutants, X-Men. That looks okay. Tight-fisted sort. And sort, usually we want a plural here, but it could also be a singular, in which case it could be something like a miser, a tight-fisted sort. To be in Tijuana, to be in Spanish is ser, I think. Was used up. I'm not sure what sense that they want. Logic gate that is only on when neither input is. I think that's the NOR gate. It's been a while since I've had to think about logic gates, but this one fairly straightforward, I think. Oh, we have some spanners here. A couple of spanners on the across. I'll look at 16 across in a second, but let's see if I can get this one first. Expert on cosmos, I think, as opposed to expert on the cosmos, which is here. So expert on cosmos might be a mixologist, a bartender. And expert on the cosmos might be an astronomer. Oops, hello. There we go, astronomer. That's pretty fun. Biggest restaurant size that nevertheless is often topped. Do we want an extra large pizza, which is the biggest size of pizza offered at many restaurants, but is nevertheless often topped, meaning with toppings? And so already we see, if this is correct, we see a couple of X's in this corner and a couple of Z's in this corner, which is all of that quite unusual. Places to go in the UK, to go number 1 or number 2 are lavatories. Spanish, both. I actually don't know how to say both in Spanish. I'll be very interested to find out what gets in there. Ocean mapping instruments, maybe sonars. Torment, or torment, the noun, is interesting. One of these examples where if you put the emphasis on the second syllable, torment, it's the verb. On the first syllable, torment is the noun. I think we want the latter, with the emphasis on the first syllable for the noun, and torment might be agony. Was used up, ran dry. Okay. Draped garment, maybe a sari. Holders of nets, rims, if we're talking basketball nets. Got it, I see. 3rd generation Japanese American. I don't know. I know one of those too, but I don't know what this name is. Mickey Mouse. I wonder if there's a verb to Mickey Mouse, which I'm not sure that this is it. Anyway, we'll see what's going on there. Let's try some downs. Goals for those in a rush. Informally. Frats, fraternities. A rush is a sort of an initiation / recruitment for fraternities. So that might be true. Let's check this. Bar of note? ? Bar of note. I'm not sure what we want there. Took an Uber, say maybe road. Golf great McIlroy, somehow I know this. Rory McIlroy. Bar of note. Like many films in teaser trailers. Maybe this is not lavs, but lose. Oops, that's a 0. Same idea, but another British way to say lavatory. Not yet released or something like that. Unlikely scenarios in tech speak. Is this edge cases, maybe? Vacillated. Teetered. Bar of note. Oh, a bar. A fret, which is a bar on a guitar fretboard that helps determine the note. When you press down in front of the fret, it sort of defines the pitch. I think that's probably what we want. Vacillated could be teetered. Oops. Top banana for short, probably a CEO, I think. Spur. To prod, to spur, could be something like that. Not yet. Oh, not yet rated. Oh yeah, many films and teaser trailers not yet rated. Stan's workplace on American Dad for short. The CIA. I don't know. Wrong, and this is in brackets, so we want some kind of sound or vocalization here. I think we want bzzzt, which is the sound a buzzer might make if you get a question wrong on some kind of quiz show. Texters, hang on a sec, you might say BRB for be right back. To level, this is a tricky one, and I'm glad that I have most of the crosses here. To level as in to the ground, a building or a town would be to raise it. Two-pronged fastener. Don't know what we want there. Top banana here, we want, if this is CIA, then this could be a czar. Two-pronged fastener, Brad. Why? I've never heard that word before, but I think it's got to be correct. Everything else is correct. So we have not even just 3, or not even just 2, but 3 Z's in this quadrant there. And then this, Spanish both. Los dos, the both. I don't know. That's going to be a problem because I don't know the other crossing either. Upper limit that cannot be exceeded. A hard cap, maybe. Resting place. A hotel or something? Symbol in the Kentucky Derby logo. A rose, maybe? Schlepped, maybe toted. This does look like a hotel. Those 4. The eyes, as opposed to the nays, those 4, a particular motion. Personalize 4. Chess tactic in which the king and queen are attacked simultaneously by a single piece. A royal fork. That's a guess. I know that a fork is a multi-pronged attack where one piece is simultaneously attacking 2 opposing pieces. I'm guessing the royal part based on the fact that it's attacking the king and queen. I did not know that particular term. Blank will, maybe ill will here. Blank nam, Vietnam. Mickey Mouse. This might mean trivial. You think? It seems to fit with everything else, especially if this is Vietnam. And I'm going to put in S here because I just don't know what else that could be. And I hope that's right. Pulitzer-winning poet Aiken. I don't know if I know that. Jazz singer Anita. Definitely don't know that somehow. SCOTUS head count. There are 9 at the moment. Justices on the Supreme Court. Itches. Yens, maybe? Sing like Sinatra, probably croon, so Yens looks okay there. Aiken Conroy? Later dude. Adios, amigo, you might say. Anita O'Day. Prison design that allows one guard to keep watch on all the inmates. Panorama, something like that. Panopticon? I don't really know. Jewelry fasteners, maybe clasps. Like offspring in a strictly asexual lineage. What? Clones? Likely contact point of an uppercut, your chin. Part of that. Slangy response to a knock at the door. Who dat? Conrad Aiken. Panopticon looks okay here. Unresponsive maybe for short. MIA? Unresponsive to like a communication. Self-driving car company started by Google. I actually don't remember. Second, abbreviated, like assistant or something. Popular toys in a plural form officially discouraged by their maker. Popular toys. I mean, the only thing that I can see that fits here are Segas, like Sega Genesis. But I don't see that these are popular even these days. Copy cats. Refuses to. Won't. Panopticon. What could this be then? To copycats, to Mew? Segos? Oh, Legos. Maybe this is clonal, like offspring, not just, yeah, okay, offspring. Yeah, we want a singular adjective here, even though offspring, I think we want still plural. Legos. Okay, popular toys in a plural form officially discouraged by their maker. I think they want a collective plural as Lego. Current affairs? Question mark? Something dynamics? Oh, is this like Wayo or something? Smartphone predecessors for short. Personal digital assistants. Public transport option, maybe a tram. Oh, Waymo, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Look, here's the deal. Okay, so personalized for is to tailor to. One-time rap group whose initials spell out a synonym for jump around appropriately. Yeah, House of Pain, whose initials spell out HOP, hop, for jump around. That's funny. Poli-sci, I guess, certain college major for short, political science. Some missed exit maneuvers informally. UEs, like that. How do you spell UEs? Current affairs, electrodynamics. Yeah. UEs maybe like this then. Current meaning an electrical current. Closes in, hems in maybe. Sysadmin and IT role, system administrator. And a polite request is may I. A big name in skincare is Ole. Let's see if Los Dos is correct. I need some water. Yeah, so Los Dos and Sansei wasn't sure about, but this makes fine sense. I'll have to look up what Sansei means, other than third generation Japanese American. Let's take a look at some of the other clues here. A hectic time for JFK, so we don't mean the president here, but we mean the airport after, which is named after the president, presumably, I think. Hectic time for JFK airport is Christmas time, and JFK being sort of shortened here, gives you the indication that we might want a shortened form of Christmas in the grid. Bar of note is a bar on an instrument, particularly guitar, which helps define the note that you're playing, the pitch that you're playing. I think that's the sense in which we want this to work. So that's a fret. We have two top bananas. We have a tsar at 15 across, and we have a CEO at 23 across, this one for short. We have these two spanners here. Biggest restaurant size that nevertheless is often topped, and topped we don't mean by topping with a larger size, though often party-sized pizzas are larger than extra larges, but let's discount that for the moment and just say extra large is the largest size at a pizza restaurant, but is often topped with toppings. What else? Speaking of largest sizes, we have this upper limit that cannot be exceeded as a hard cap. Torment, tricky, because we don't know if we want the verb or the noun. In this case, we want the noun as agony. This is the rose, after all, Kentucky Derby logo. I don't remember what the logo looks like, but I remember that there is something to do with roses there. This just turned out to be Anita O'Day, who I think I've seen in the puzzle before, but don't really know outside of that. Holders of nets, we want basketball nets here, and that's rims. Mickey Mouse here, I think just means sort of insignificant. The verb Mickey Mouse kind of is a film scoring technique where you're sort of following every action on stage with an audible sort of musical gesture. But that's not the case here. I think we want something like if you call something Mickey Mouse, you're calling it insignificant, or in this case, trivial. And then current affairs is quite funny for, so we don't want sort of things in the news, but we want matters of electricity, I think is what's going on there. So electrodynamics is a sort of a word for that field of study, or set of theoretical concepts. I don't know. Yeah, that's it for the acrosses, I think. We have this expert on cosmos here, the mixologist, and expert on the cosmos. I gotta even kind of alter your pronunciation of the final S there. Expert on cosmopolitans is a bartender. A mixologist, expert on the cosmos, or the sort of the universe, is an astronomer. That's really fun. We do have the two Spanish clues. To be is ser, and both is los dos there. A rush here, we want a fraternity rush, or recruitment or initiation kind of thing. I think it's more of a recruitment thing. Initiation maybe follows later, but the goal is for those participating in that is to get into the fraternity itself. I'll have to look up what a brad is. Does turn out to be correct, but I don't know why. Level is tricky because it has a number of meanings. In this case, we mean to level to the ground, or to destroy. Conrad Aiken, I think, has shown up in the puzzle before as well, but I don't remember what he won the Pulitzer for. I'll have to take a look at that. Panopticon did end up being correct here. I think this phrase has another meaning, a more general meaning than just in prison. So I'll look that up as well. I'll put it in the video description along with anything else I discover. And Royal Fork was a guess, but did turn out to be correct here. This I thought might be clones here. I was looking not for the adjective, but for the noun. But it turns out they want the adjective is clonal. In other words, created by means of cloning. This was Waymo, which I just couldn't remember initially. And copycats is we want not the full noun, but a verb, to copy cats. If you're copying cats, you're maybe mewing. So there you go. That's not as tough as I thought it was going to be. It's still fairly tricky, as Fridays tend to be, but not. I wouldn't say a Saturday difficulty for this one, or it just happened to tickle the right, right knowledge bones in me. So if you enjoyed that solve of this Friday puzzle by Spencer Leach, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know, and if you want to know what I'm posting next, which may not be for a little while. Some stuff coming up that I may not get to posting puzzles in the next little while. I'm gonna maybe try and get one or two done next week, but after that we're sort of into summer, which unfortunately actually means less time to do these, not more. But anyway, I'll try and keep on top of it as much as I can. But that's it for today. And if you want to know when I am posting next, do hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you next time on Crosshatch Puzzles. Cheers.